I love his good voice. Greetings to our friends on YouTube and our friends on Instagram. We almost had that happen simultaneously, which feels like a major accomplishment for us here at Wonder Fair Home Shopping and online shopping. Are we an online shopping business?
We have an online shopping business.
We're just a brick and mortar shop that's online for the foreseeable future, folks. Again,
not exclusively online.
No, we exist in all 4 dimensions.
Still here in town. Filling orders through space and time.
Speaking of time, today I got to finish up an order we started over a month ago, and I lost a sticker from it.
Let's hear the story.
No. It's not a very good story. It's not that I'm embarrassed. I lost the sticker. But then
we only had one left.
So I closed the loop.
So it was the last sticker.
So I feel great about it. I feel good about that space-time interaction. That customer is not going to see it coming.
They won't know what hit them.
They probably think we forgot the sticker, but...
they did a check-in a while back, I think. Yeah.
So I'm excited for them. I'm excited for us. And I'm excited for Fancy Friday.
Ooh.
Will you be wearing your bow tie?
Should I? Yeah.
I don't think so. Let's just keep it simpler this Fancy Friday. The weather is beautiful. It's fancy enough for the both of us. All of us. Doesn't matter. Moving along. It is Friday in downtown Lawrence, Kansas. And just a heads up, folks are definitely swinging by more often, hoping to find our doors open to usual foot traffic. Apologies, but that is not yet the case. There's a lot of infrastructure changes that we need to make to the store before we're ready to reopen. Specifically, we're basically a shipping and fulfillment center now, and it's a real mess. So we basically have to shut off and change online sales a little bit before we go back into the foot traffic.
You've seen the boxes piled up. You know the story.
So once we're committed to a reopening day, it'll be by appointment, and we need at least 1 to 2 weeks before that happens to get the store cleaned back up.
We're starting that cleaning process this week.
We are. It's so exciting. We are also starting some build-out projects that will make sections of Wonder Fair more magical than ever. So when you do return to visiting Wonder Fair safely and wearing a mask, you can wear the mask because your eyes are just going to be overwhelmed.
Yeah.
With the smorgasbord. Okay, I better not oversell it. I'm making one change. But it's going to be cute.
And there'll be lots of stuff you've probably seen on the show and have been like, when will they get around to putting that online? And the answer is, we don't know, but you'll be able to just come by it at that point.
Yeah. So we're looking forward to that. And Dave is probably looking forward to that as well.
Right. Dave is excited for more humans to interact with and snuggle with. Is the read I'm getting from Dave. Yeah,
he's really sort of a polyamorous kitty friend who just wants all the pets, but he's responsible about it. So, respect. Okay, Paul, this Fancy Friday, do you have any local announcements you'd like to share before we jump in to today's episode?
Yeah, local news. Not too much. We got our Cellar Door Cafe order in yesterday. We both had the new meatball sandwich. There's a new meatball sandwich downtown.
Meatball sandwich in town, folks.
Cinnamon roll take 2. Just as good as the first time. Still swear by that.
That's really good.
Go buy yourself a half dozen and you won't regret it.
I'd elect that cinnamon roll mayor.
Yeah, I love our mayor. We've got a great mayor. I don't know that I want to
Our mayor,
jeopardize
Jennifer
that.
Ananda, is already mayor currently, but it's only for a few more months, right? Before we switch
almost
to the
whole
next
year.
mayor? Whole more year? Good.
It's like in January. We got plenty of time left with Jennifer.
That is far away.
Yep.
That's good. She's doing a great job. Well, we'll keep tabs on the city commission elections as they come about. Who's the vice mayor?
I think it's
Finkeldye?
Brad. Yeah.
Okay. Well, welcome.
Welcome.
I just don't know.
Gotta move over a little bit this way for Instagram.
Okay. Join me.
Move over here.
All right. Well, shall we just blaze right into reminding Lawrence that we're doing a great job and keep washing your hands and
Lawrence
wearing a
still
mask
doing a-okay on the
not having a lot of
not spreading a lot of disease around town. So good job, Lawrence. Let's keep it up. Okay, Meredith. Special episode today.
Well,
seemingly. We're not doing, what were we talking about yesterday? We're not doing the glitter episode today.
Mm-mm.
We decided against that.
Mm-mm.
I don't know why, though. It seems like it'd be a popular episode.
I just honestly didn't think about it.
And instead went in a...
Well,
yep.
I love a pun, and I had so much fun with yesterday's SETS education course. I wanted to have more fun with puns here at Wonder Fair, partly because I know there's a small contingent of people who really hate them. And I'm not trolling y'all. I just think that they're innocent, good humor. So today I'm doing another pun-based topic.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically one that I also think is very tied into just like times are hard all over right now. And some of the hard things are not really worth whining about. And yet we persist to have these small whine times when, in fact, there are bigger problems in the world we could be focusing on. So today's episode will be entitled Whine About It.
Whine about it.
Wine about it, and specifically, I'm going to be showcasing products that are wine-colored.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole theme.
We had a bottle of wine that we were going to drink, but we don't have a bottle opener.
And I'd like to whine about it.
Yeah.
So, I feel like once upon a time I had like 16 wine bottle openers here at the old Wonder Fair, but where'd they all go?
We don't know where they went. There might be one across the street in our gallery.
Mm-hmm.
There might be one in a backpack somewhere.
Yeah, so I bought a nice...
There's certainly none in the drawer where you might think to look for them.
None of the drawers where I'd think to look for them. And I bought a nice bottle of Portuguese red wine from our friends at City Wine Market, just a couple blocks away, who I would like to locally announce, I have learned, are closing on Saturday.
That's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow. It might be next Saturday. I guess I should have specified with them, but unfortunately, Sarah let me know that I don't think it's necessarily pandemic related, but ever since Jensen's left our fine downtown vector, we haven't really had a close to downtown liquor store other than City Wine Market, and I guess Cork and Barrel if you want to go all the way to Mississippi Street.
Oh, the extra half block past Jensen's, you mean?
But Jensen's felt like legit downtown, and Cork and Barrel feels like...
There is that wine shop, or the liquor store in the gas station, too. It's a very college liquor store. Yeah, there's one.
What one?
It's like right across the street from where Jensen's was.
They have a liquor store? Oh, yeah. I apologize to them. I forgot that they existed. But we're sad to see City Wine Market go because they were very kind and had great suggestions for me. And so I guess I just want to whine about it.
We're whining about it. It's another business closing.
I know. I will say I haven't heard of like an extreme number of businesses closing, so that's very heartening. And it feels like... good job, Lawrence. It'll be nice if we emerge as an American town that still has a downtown after all this shakes loose.
Whitney asks if the West location is closing. I didn't know there was one.
No, just the downtown one.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that they were related, but maybe like run by different folks. And I think the City Wine downtown never made as much of a go of it.
Never quite took off, yeah.
It's in that weird hotel lobby situation where currently there appears to be a curse and no restaurant or anything has managed to survive.
That's a tough corner.
Do you know what one might extrapolate based on this evidence?
The rent's too high.
Also, large new building projects which sell themselves on the merits that they will attract businesses to their lower levels that will be clean and nice and market rate are liars. And that is not accurate and has never proven true.
They will attract temporary businesses that have trouble succeeding.
Those businesses may secure loans and things that other businesses could have had, and then they will not succeed. So maybe when you're told that by a developer, just think twice about it.
Yep. Tough spaces.
I once Google Street Viewed all the downstairs levels of all the construction projects by the people of the hub who attempted to move a large, expensive luxury student housing complex to our downtown that would have opened the fall that pandemic hurts our university pool. So that would have been bad. But guess what? When I Google Street Viewed those places and tried to call all the restaurants that they said moved in, not there, empty, for rent. So anyway, y'all can do this kind of research. It's fun. It's fun to fact check.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we say so many bad things that are not facts here, and we say y'all should fact check it because we know we're just middle okay people saying things that aren't always
Sometimes
right,
we're winging
and
it.
we're not afraid to say we can be wrong, and we often are. That was a little bit of a soapbox.
More to come. Nathan
yeah.
asked, "Is that still the Jayhawk Food Mart?" Yes, I believe that's the name of the spot.
That sounds right. I'm kind of picturing their font with the serifs now that you mention it.
Yeah. So still some alcohol close to downtown. No worries.
Sorry, just keep thinking about. Just don't fall for it, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
We got tons of empty buildings already downtown that you can put your businesses into.
It's true.
Great.
Let's find ways to support those potential businesses.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. On with the whine about it.
I've been whining about it. It totally made perfect
it.
sense. Okay. If anybody has anything they'd like to whine about, just mention it in the comments and we'll help you whine about it.
We'll commiserate.
We're getting all the petty whine about it done now because we're going to focus on the big whines later.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why we really needed the bottle of wine, and I'm sad about
not having it open.
Okay. Drink responsibly. So, things that are wine colored at Wonder Fair, a series.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
To go on a journey with me? Well, I think first point out an item I don't fully have online yet. There's only going to be one available, and I need to take some product photos. And I like to just do
classic
the thing
Wonder Fair
that's
story.
Unexpected, like have a home shopping network where you can't buy stuff. So, first of all, I've mentioned it before, but we have only one in stock of, and I've never even attempted to sell or have on the floor, this fig wine colored leather Confidant cover by Baron Fig.
Mm-hmm.
It smells awesome, first of all.
It does,
it's taking me right back to when I used to have and ride a horse. Because we're from Kansas, folks. It smells great. It is natural leather, so apologies to the vegans. But it is very well made. It's got all the properly rounded corners, none of those raw edges you see in lesser quality leathers. And the color is sumptuous. It looks really rich. Kind of a pinky wine color, I suppose. But I still feel like it's gender neutral and that all colors are gender neutral. So I'm about to put online a kit with that cover on a fig wine colored dot grid Confidant. And it will include this card, which is technically champagne congrats card, but I feel like it goes with the theme and it makes the gift more neutral. It could be for a birthday, or it could be for a romantic occasion, or it could be for a graduate, perhaps, or somebody retiring. There's so many occasions to which you might want to give an heirloom quality notebook that has a leather cover. The cover can be reused. And I recommend you gift it with a bottle of delicious red wine, perhaps from City Wine Market.
Or you get it for yourself and just save the card for somebody.
That's true, but get yourself the wine. And that kit's going to be under $100, I think around $90, because the cover is $80 list price. So I'm giving a little bit of a discount, around 10%, on the notebook for buying it in the kit. We do have other copies of the notebook. Plain and simple.
If you just want that straight Baron Fig wine notebook, we got them.
Mm-hmm. What do you guess what I titled that gift set?
I have no idea.
Well, if you'd like to look that up later, you can find this gift set, not yet because I haven't made it live, but soon there will be a mad scramble for the singular copy of this gift set entitled You Had Me at Merlot. I like it a lot.
It's good.
I think it's good. I
was waiting for the laughter.
They're all
at
chuckling home. They're chuckle groaning. I like a groan response because it suggests that like you're forcing yourself not to be delighted by a pun. Is my take on what a groan really means. Otherwise, you'd just be silent. But you use the groan to cover up your internal chuckle. Love a bad pun. Bad puns are kind of like a downtown economy, I would say.
Yeah. We've got, you won't see that kind of stuff out in West Lawrence. You got to come downtown for it.
I disagree. I think that everybody everywhere loves bad puns, and I would be delighted to deliver this on a Monday, Wednesday, or Friday to deep West Lawrence. You know what?
I'm just saying you're not seeing it from the businesses, but maybe there are. Maybe I'm missing it.
Do they have Twitter accounts?
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like a lot of the chains don't so much. They help Twitter accounts, but they're corporate, so they're not as specific.
They don't have this kind of local flavor.
To the local flavor.
Yes.
Okay, so that's my first poll for my Wine About It segment. I started with the fanciest thing that you can't yet buy online. So great work,
there you go.
Meredith. Keep it up. I guess if you're in the mood to not buy things but enjoy them, I will also have a slightly more affordable pocket version of this. This is the same leather cover, but in the pocket version. And importantly, while the flagship sized or A5 size covers made by Baron Fig are for the Confidant, which is their hardback notebook, their pocket-sized covers are for the Vanguard, which is their soft cover notebook.
Ah, wow,
so,
okay.
For example, if you're a person who carries a field notes in their pocket, this would be the most similar to that. They're a little bit shorter notebooks, but this would make it basically a wallet carry. And in fact, the pocket-sized is designed with wallet credit card pockets.
Ooh.
So if you're looking for a wallet that fits a nice notebook, it'll come with a set of dot grid Baron Figs so that you can always have a little notebook ready to take notes as you move about the world.
But that won't fit a field notes, right? It's a little too small.
Unless you chop the field notes down on a paper cutter.
Okay, yeah, chop your field notes down, stuff them in there if you're really attached. But the Baron Fig honestly has slightly better paper.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you're going to cover up those wonderful field notes covers,
right.
you might as well just switch to the Baron Fig here.
Yep.
So that's like a whole wallet, and it will hold your notbook.
I'd consider it a wallet. I will say it doesn't have like a coin pouch.
You don't need a coin pouch.
Usually,
Nobody
wallet people use their pockets for the coins, so I just don't feel like that's. They're going for kind of a.
It's a 2-in-1. It's a 2-in-1. You don't need to slide the credit card behind your phone anymore. You just put it in your little Vanguard. What is this called?
Case.
Case.
It's technically called the Guardian.
The Guardian case.
Baron Fig has all these cute names for absolutely everything.
Yeah, so
they're
there you go.
Always kind of in a weird like Marshall State family though, because they started out with the Squire, which is a pin, and I believe a Squire is like the guy who helps you with horses when you're a noble. Is that right? Is that what a Squire was? I feel like a Squire was somehow related to, hey, fact checkers, what does a Squire do? Anyway, their symbol for a Squire is a little sword, so for me it feels kind of martial in some way.
I think Squire's like an assistant for a knight.
For me, a Squire's the guy who helps the knight get on the horse when he's wearing all the armor.
I think he does all the paperwork. He does, and that's why he needs a pen.
Everything I know about Squires, I learned from going to the Kansas City Renaissance Festival. So that's probably not very.
So this is the Guardian. This is the Guardian, and this obviously costs hundreds of dollars because it's made out of leather.
Well, you'd think so, Paul.
Sorry, folks, it's too expensive for you. You won't be able to purchase this.
But you'd be wrong. I wish I had a price in front of me. I hope you knew the price when you started this.
No, clearly, I think it costs hundreds of dollars.
I believe that you could have this for one small payment of $45.
$45?
Did I get that right?
Possibly. Okay. I would have to fact check it, but what an unbelievably affordable price for a big chunk of leather you can wrap around your notebook,
That's
especially
beautiful.
if you're doing accounting for a night.
Good point. I feel like probably we should get rid of that kind of like Marshall class system. So get this notebook, overthrow them, and we're good. Everybody could have one.
One Instagram user asks, "What is this about?" I don't know. I mean, we're just a store trying to like make it work.
That's funny. We never know, you viewer. Going into an episode, we are a home shopping network based out of a brick and mortar store that formerly had a very swift business selling art stationery and art supplies. And now we're just filling time while we wait for it to be safe for people to come back to our store. So we hang out and we talk about products we sell and we get off course. And our viewers are very kind and just they just go with the flow. We're here to promote some stability in an otherwise completely disheveled time.
Mm-hmm.
That's my elevator pitch for what is happening here.
And reminding you to shop local.
Yes, we'd also like you to shop and dine locally.
There you go.
From your home. As locally as possible. Okay. That was a fig wine. leather notebook cover because we are doing the Wine About It segment on our.
If you are interested in it, give us a call, or maybe we'll get it online. It doesn't even say we have a fig wine in stock, do we? Oh.
It's because I pulled it out and it's in a kit.
Because it's in a kit. I see. Right. Okay.
Let's be literal. So I have many fig wine colored items in the store, but I can't believe I'm about to be super relevant with local news right now.
Okay.
We are a stationary art supply and gift shop, as well as an art gallery sometimes. So, we sell those sorts of things, but heretofore we have never even considered selling wine.
Nope.
That would be crazy. The liquor license would be expensive, and straight up in our charming and quaint downtown, it wouldn't even be legal because you probably are aware that in Lawrence, we are a college town. So in an effort to prevent our bustling downtown that's comfy for most folks, although we know in America, many people, especially Black and brown and people of color, don't always feel comfortable in a white space, which Lawrence definitely is. We'll say more about that later. But, downtown's for everyone, or so we hope. And we don't want it to just be like a street full of bars with lots of college co-eds tripping all over themselves. That's sort of like the curmudgeonly take on the issue, right? Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So,
but a good one nonetheless. We can see what that looks like if you go to Manhattan.
You absolutely can. So, that has its perks for some people, but it's not really for everyone. And we want Lawrence to be for a wider community than just the university. So, there has been a law for over 40 years that businesses downtown cannot get a new liquor license to operate as a bar unless they have at least 55% of their sales come from food. Which is why if a new bar opens, they're actually a restaurant that coincidentally has a bar. Mm-hmm. And it's why you don't see places like the CBD shop next door having like a bar plus CBD. But guess what, folks?
Times are they be a-changin'.
Things are weird downtown, and I'm not saying it's good or bad. I think that they're just trying new things. That law is going to be relaxed for a time period of 1 year. Retailers will now have the opportunity to sell 45% of their tickets in Booze Hall.
So if you're Wonder Fair, that's potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of wine or alcohol.
We don't want to sell hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of wine, so we shan't be turning half our store into a bar.
Yet.
And a lot of people
we'll see how hard things get.
Even if they got hard, we'd still go to bars that have been doing it better than us for years. But we'll see how it goes. I just want people who are very anxious about that to realize, like most retailers, this is not of interest to us. We don't need to sell bottles of wine because, y'all, I got stickers of wine.
We got stickers of wine bottles.
That transition took 10 minutes, but I hope it was worth your time.
It was important local news. Now they know that they're going to be able to get a beer at Sunflower store.
They don't know that because they didn't preface it, but you should know that the reason this is happening specifically is that Sunflower Outdoor and Bike, which is a wonderful longtime retailer downtown, in order to make themselves more viable into the future, their business model is going to pivot slightly, and they're going to sell all the same outdoor equipment, but part of their street level shop is now going to be like a cafe and bar for bikers to roll up, park their bike, pop inside, grab a snack and a beer, and then ride right back out of town.
I hope they have some, obviously they're going to have kind of goofy bike themed drinks, right?
I highly doubt there will be any goofing by Sunflower.
Okay, there better be some bike themed drinks, and there better be some like real outdoorsy stuff. Like I want to get stuff with like forage berries in it.
That's cute.
Some sort of like cocktail with dirt.
Maybe
or
so.
Some sort of mountain berry. Or bark. There better be some bark-based cocktails. Wow. That's all I'm saying. That's a free one, Sunflower.
That's cool. I don't honestly know what the plan is. I think they were going for something pretty simple and basic.
Put the bark in your drinks.
I'm really thinking through if that was a pun in any way, and I don't.
No. Okay. I guess it could be if they had like our drinks. There's more bark than bite to our soft drinks.
Right. Well, let's keep working on those ideas.
It's not our business. Let Sunflower do it. We're not going to do all their work for them.
They're good enough at their own jobs. They don't need our help. We're just doing our own silly thing, which makes people wonder even what's happening here. So we're obviously not the ones to give advice.
I don't know.
for running your business. So, but we enjoy the way we do things.
Yeah.
And we're going to keep doing it this way. So
we won't be getting a liquor license. It's too expensive. It's like thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
So we're going to pass on that.
So if you have any comments you'd like to share, I would actually love for people to give me your commentary because I am on the board of Downtown Lawrence Incorporated. We are not in charge of that decision as an organizing body. We somewhat support being more lax with the laws in ways that are sensible. We do not support as an entity at this time that 45-55 number. Seems pretty high for a retailer to sell that much booze. But the decision is temporary. It sunsets 2021. So I'd love to hear community members, if you have comments you'd like me to share with the board, I can do that, and then they will share your opinions with the city. So,
question on YouTube: Would anyone buy alcohol from the courthouse? I mean, I don't know if we're going to get the city involved in selling alcohol, and they would need to meet certain retail or food requirements in order to be able to sell it.
Here's what's really messed up.
Yeah.
I bet they'd be able to say, like, well, we took in a bunch of money and tickets and other, like, basic.
People are paying their parking tickets here, so that's going to offset the
parking ticket bar.
Where you pay it or you are given parking tickets. There's no parking tickets, folks. Parking downtown is free right now.
Guess what? Further local updates. Parking's free downtown.
There you go. Did you know? If you haven't been downtown in a while, you might not know that all the meters aren't being enforced. Mm-hmm. All the parking in the street lots is not being enforced. So it's free to park downtown now.
Free for all. And it's wonderful.
It's great. We're loving it. Customers seem to be loving it. You just don't got to worry. There's enough to worry about. So don't worry about a $5 parking ticket.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that was great local news, I feel. It's going to be strange. I feel like there's a lot of intense feelings about whether this is a good or bad idea. I don't know.
There's a lot more to worry about, folks, than whether or not businesses can sell alcohol.
Probably. But, I don't want to, something that's important to someone, I don't want to discredit it. But we will not be selling wine, but we will be continuing to sell these super cute stickers that are wine. So this is a little, basically like a fancy French picnic for your bullet journal. The name of the sticker line is made by Midori, who I do mention every episode, so I apologize. This is their line for these stickers is called sticker marché, so in French, like sticker market. And the idea is that there are different sheets that represent, like if you go to a baker or a boulangerie, or if you're having a little wine and cheese picnic. There's like a wheel of brie on this sticker sheet. So cute. It's kind of making me hungry to look at the sticker sheet. Pedestrian cheese, by the way, is looking really cute. I peeked in the door.
Yep.
They've hand painted all this signage on their wall. It looks very French, actually. I'm so excited.
For those who missed our show with Pedestrian, it's the new cheese shop, soon to open downtown cheese shop and eatery, right? They'll be serving sandwiches and salads and lots of vegetarian stuff as well. So get ready for that. I have a question about these stickers.
Yes.
So this is just a bunch of like picnicky breads and cheeses and wines. What else is in this sticker marché line that folks should know about? Are there other regular activities that they can buy stickers for to denote things in their journals? There's
one I really like that's like a little sort of a tea shop. I don't know that this denotes an activity, but there's definitely like a coffee tea shop set that I find just very cute. It's got a lot of gilding in it. I'm just gonna wander over there while you tell the folks.
Sure. Well, I'm just. This got me thinking. Like, what else is available in terms of, what other regular daily activities might you be doing that you want to be slapping some stickers in your journal for? Is there one that's just like constantly updating website? Because that's the stickers I need.
Interesting.
Do you have that sticker set?
Let me check.
Do you have the just always playing Animal Crossing sticker set?
Well, let's see if we can ram a square peg into this round hole. So that's like
going on a tangent here.
I don't like the analogy. Okay, well this set feels a little bit like cute antique / kind of wizard.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So when we go a-junkin?
This is for our a-junkin. It's got gilding and some cute little pictures and trunks and suitcases and books and lamps. Honestly, it's stuff we see at antique stores all the time. It's super cute. So if you're going antiquing,
that's good for me.
That's a good little sticker set for you. Here's for those of us who are at home sketching and a crafting and a stationery loving. This is a little stationery set one. It's got things like painting palettes and envelopes. Gosh, they're so cute, the envelopes. It's even got washi tape rolls on it and little pairs of scissors, rulers.
So you use this.
Oh, that one's cute.
This is to denote you watch the Wonder Fair Home Shopping Network today, because this is all the junk we talk about.
It is. I wouldn't call it junk, though. I'd call it treasure.
Wonderful treasure.
Wonderful treasures. This one's just straight up about being at home, so I feel like that's going to work out for you. It's your couch. It's
we
your
don't
table.
have this online yet?
No.
What are you doing?
I just don't have any of these online. I have so many stickers
people need these right
online.
now.
I know. I apologize. I don't have enough for you to use them in your bullet journal every day for 3 months. But
Molly Wet asked if we got book stickers.
I didn't pull one. Is there books over there?
I'll look.
I bet there's books over there. This one's like a little camping outside time with some tents and like outside maps and RVs and skillets full of stuff you cook over the fire. Here's one of cut flowers and vases. That's cute. Oh, sorry, Instagram. They're so far from you. I apologize. Paul will be back for you soon. This one's all about baking, which is quite adorable. If you're really getting into Great British Bake Off, finally, I don't know what took so long, but I understand. Or, you know, maybe you're watching like the new Nadia Hussein show, which is really good. I digress. Here's donuts. No further comment. Houseplants. This is everybody right now, including Dave, who bit that one houseplant, and I didn't appreciate it. He got him over it. I set a whole booby trap to catch him if he got in the plant again, and he didn't. Or he would have left flower paw prints all over the house. But isn't that what everyone does to see if their cat's getting into the plant?
Yeah.
Okay.
Booby trap. Elaborate booby trap.
Elaborate booby trap. Here's one of like a little, I don't know why I pulled this. None of y'all are going to the county fair right now, but it's really cute. Here's one that's like gemstones and jewelry that's very lovely, earrings and necklaces. So that's for my gold makers pals, an incredible jewelry store here in Lawrence, Kansas, who made my wedding ring and who just finished redecorating. Their timing on that redecoration right before the pandemic shutdown was excellent. Respect. Good job, gold makers. And here's one that's like the little tea time set I mentioned that has like cake trays and stuff. This one reminds me a lot of Neko Atsume, which was a cute cat game on my phone I enjoyed that had like a little cat tea shop in it. So if you want to play Neko Atsume in your pool, maybe you need that sticker set. None of those are online. So great job, us. You know, we have literally tens of thousands of things in our brick and mortar shop and around 1,000 things in our online shop. So everything you see there, if you think you like it now, increase your like amount by 10x and then come visit us like late fall or next spring or whatever. We're still going to be here. Oh, speaking of Neko Atsume, hey, are you trying to stop this whine about it show by keep on bringing me?
I'm just like rolling with it because I don't know. I just feel like these tangents are really, you know, inspiring me here. So here for the Neko Atsume fans out there who recall, you would frequently get visits from rare cats, and we have some pins of the rarest of cats. These don't even appear in the game. They only appear on these pins that I made, which is, you know, Harry Potter inspired Neko Atsume cats. Here we've got Harry Purr and his friend Neon Weasley. Hermione Granger. Currently, we don't have any in the store, but I got more at home, so I'll put these on the website later and add Hermione in, so you can get the whole trio.
Yep. If you need the wizard trio as cats from the phone game Neko Atsume, we got it.
Not even from, just
inspired by
fan-made crossover fanfic.
Are you gonna make some crossover Harry Potter Animal Crossing stuff now?
Oh wow! I mean, plenty of people out there making all those like Harry Potter outfits and
it's
other.
Not needed.
Yeah, I saw somebody's wonderfully composed great hall in their home, which was excellent.
Well, I just want to put you on blast for a second, because you do have a wizard rock band that recently released an EP called Gone Campin', and you've done nothing on our Animal Crossing island to sort of like harken back to the Gone Camping album.
Make a big pool maybe, and get like is there a sword in Animal Crossing? Can I put that in the water or something?
I don't know. That's a good thought. You could probably design a pack to look like a sword inside a pond.
Oh, maybe.
Okay. Well,
yeah. Okay.
The people are sick of us talking about Animal Crossing all the time, so moving on.
Potentially.
Should we get back on the highway of whine about it, or just side roads?
Yeah, no, we can get back on the highway now. Okay, these stickers sets are $4. Call us if you liked any of them and want to buy them, because they're not listed on the internet.
Yeah. So we've covered a few. We didn't get very far, actually. Let me jump right back in. We are nearing the mystery planner sale has been going well.
Still barreling on.
Quite a few people have had the sort of like adventurous spirit to let me select for them using just 3 features, a handful of notebooks for them. People who've been receiving it might have noticed. You pay $15 to $25 for your planner, and you receive like
15 to 20 planners.
That's funny. You receive at least, at this point, I'm like pretty much going hog wild, especially for the $25 folks. I'm including at least $100 worth of planners in the current shipments.
If you want to spend $25 and get like 4 planners, go. It's going to happen.
I guess it is.
It probably is. We've still got, I don't know, like there's like
I could fulfill a few
50
more.
or 60 planners over there on the wall.
I could fulfill like 5 to 10 more mystery planner orders at the current level I'm going.
Yeah.
So, but amongst those, if you're still interested in buying just one planner and you want it over with, I happen to have a couple of Fig Wine covered Loic term planners. They're in the pocket size, and I have the 2020 weekly planner and notebook left, and I have the 2020 weekly planner left. What's the difference? The weekly planner made by Loic Term is going to be all 7 pages on a double page spread. So you get 3 pages on the left-hand side and 3 pages, 3 days on the left-hand side, 4 days on the right-hand side, because for whatever reason, the powers that be at Planner World have decided Saturday and Sunday always have to share a day in a lot of planners, which for me as a person who previously always worked weekends, that didn't really work for me, but I get it. What
was the other setup?
The other setup is the weekly planner and notebook. I understand spending the cost of making planners for the huge majority of people who work weeks, so I'm actually not salty at you, Loic Term. I totally get it. That's what production at scale is all about. The next one up is the weekly planner and notebook, which once again on the left-hand side has all the days of the week. Saturday and Sunday share a chunk. And then on the right-hand side, it's a notebook page, so you can take notes. So if you have less every day to write down, but you like to have more ample space for making lists during a meeting or make a to-do list for your whole week, which is actually personally my preference, versus dividing things up by day, because let's be honest, internet,
What's a day?
What is today?
Don't know.
I thought it was Wednesday on Tuesday. So today must be Saturday. Is that how that works?
It's Friday.
It doesn't matter. Moreover, very often you can't predict your whole day. Even now when it might feel like you're at home and there's some monotony, I'm sure there's a lot that interrupts the plans for a single day. And then you got to bump that stuff. And that's where bullet journaling came from, was to loosen up a daily agenda so that you could easily move and shift things, because life forces you to do that. The tectonics of your life are going to be constantly shifting. It is unpleasant for those of us who might prefer stability in their life and who might be Taurus moons, but don't worry about it. Just buy a planner, see how it goes. It's 50% off.
You can either buy it straight for 50% off or roll the dice with the mystery planner. You never know what you're going to get.
Pocket sized, and then the chances of you getting one of these are very high if you choose the mystery planners. What was I even talking about?
Oh, just figs. Fig wine.
Figs are delicious.
I don't know. No, this is port. This is the port wine color versus the fig wine color that we had in Baron Fig. What other wine colors are there? Well, there's Chardonnays. There's Merlot. Who says wine needs to be red?
Oh, I was kind of going with the red wine theme.
Okay, well, I mean, I might have some lighter wines to allude to later in the show.
Sure. Well,
if we get there.
Paul, the white wine about it segment is always, so we didn't even need to do it.
White people always whine about it.
So whining.
Right.
Case in point.
Yeah.
We're going to talk more on that specifically later, so stick around for a very special after-school episode of Wonder Fair Home Shopping. But whining about it, these are nice little pocket planners. They were $18.50 initially, but if you use code NEWPLANS, that's one word, at checkout, it will drop the price of this by half, I hope. Yeah. Unless I goof something up, in which case call and tell me about it. I can make mistakes. I mean, I will make mistakes. I'm a middle-ish person.
Every day.
Every day.
That's what we need all these fact checkers for. Thank you for volunteering your services.
We basically have our entire viewing audience is essentially fact checkers.
Fact checking us live, and we appreciate it.
We appreciate it. World needs fact checkers. There's so much to talk about.
Okay.
You know about like how, well, I don't want to, it was Twitter related, and we're on YouTube and Instagram, so Twitter doesn't exist. Imagine that. So next, wow, it's very hard to stay focused, which is why I chose such a clear and consistent theme.
And we've been all over the place.
Still not working. Wine. Whining, you know, something I don't whine about is the efficiency and affordable cost of the Nahe General Purpose case made by the fine people at High Tide, who are one of our favorite stationery companies. They're based out of Japan, but they recently opened up their own outfit in LA. So it's a little easier for us to get their products now, which I'm very happy about. And sorry this is so crinkly, but nothing.
It's very rare that you would complain about such extraordinary products and great values.
I agree. So the Nahe case is already on our website. We've been selling them on our website for a while since it is one of our favorite products. And this, for example, is it's sized for an A6 notebook. So this is an A6 slim Loic term pocket in wine. And it would be the perfect size to slip right into this little fellow. So you can keep both your notebook or whatever other materials. This is also great for like a catch-all for makeup, or maybe just like the everyday detritus of your bags. It could be anything from the wine opener we wish we had to like all the parking tickets you haven't paid, and now it doesn't matter because parking meter dropped.
I don't know that they waived all those tickets.
Dang it.
So, yeah. Let's see.
I paid them all off a while ago.
So these are great, you know, especially, I mean, the Loic terms are more hard-backed. You could throw this in your bag, no problem. But if you have a softer covered notebook, definitely great to throw it in a little carry case here. Keep it from getting all dinged up and corners busted up in your bag or backpack or even your pocket. Throw it in here. Yep. You might not sit so well because these are, what is that, like a vinyl sort of
it's
material?
So it's a little waterproof. You can throw it on that coffee stain surface.
Doubles as a coaster.
You love to see it.
But your butt might get sweaty if you throw one of these in your back pocket, which is why, like that, while this is adorable and cute, and you absolutely could use it as a wallet, and several of our staff members do use this as a wallet, it's maybe not so comfortable in your pocket.
Right. It's more of a purse wallet.
Yeah. Just $7 for this little dude.
It's so cute.
So adorable. So these 7, we're going to go up in size. 8, 11. Skipped a few dollars there.
It's several inches wider by area.
And then 13 for that big honker.
Big honker is the A4 size. So that's for like your bigger notebooks, your notebook paper sheets that you need to keep flat and not folded. So definitely the more business use, I would imagine. And then when you buy the A5 size, just a heads up, it's actually sized so that you can put an A5 in, I hope I'm not getting this wrong, vertically. And also like stash your phone in there. It's quite nice as like a little carry case. That's straight up man bag potential. And I don't just mean like, you don't need to be, man bag's a weird term, isn't it?
I mean, if you want to get crafty with it.
Is a man bag a handbag?
I don't know. If you want to get crafty with it, you can just chuck some rivet right on here, rivet, and then run some string through there, and sure enough, strap it around your neck, and you got yourself a bag for $13 and a couple of rivets.
Don't do that.
It's not rivets. What are they? What are the things with holes in it? Grommets.
Grommets is good call.
Grommet it out.
I think you would reduce the area of the bag so it would no longer properly hold A4 sheets.
You could figure it out.
Okay.
You figure it out.
Gosh,
we don't even have
Friday.
A4 sheets. We have dumb American size sheets.
That's
You got a little extra room in there. A4 is slightly bigger.
The other direction, but Friday's feeling weird. I feel like we're real, y'all. We might just be really tired from a pretty terrible few months / forever. But we're lucky here in Wander Fair Home Shopping Studio. Like, we're allowed to just be on air, saying whatever goofy thing we want about fig wine colored products, and it's probably fine, right? Are people reviewing these episodes? Is there a ranking?
Not that I've seen. No. We're lucky that nobody cares all that much.
That's very true.
Nor should they. I mean, we don't expect that. That's not a requirement to watching. And we don't need it. Or we don't care if people are clicking like.
I care a little bit.
Okay.
I want to be honest. Like, everybody wants to do well at their thing. It's just we have so many things to care about right now that we have to be kind of realistic that we're just doing our best, and people are very nice and hanging out with us while we try it.
Yes, so far, the folks who tune in, the folks who place orders by phone are all so nice, and we very much appreciate them sticking with us in this bizarre time to even... Boy, I don't like talking on a phone. Like, I don't want to call
really
somebody. No, but like in my private life, not as somebody here. I'm fine talking on the phone here, but I'm not going to go out of my way to call somebody. People are calling us all day long, so thank you for calling us.
That's true. It's
Gosh,
really nice.
I would never want to do that. So we appreciate it. I'm getting into calling though. Like, I like calling in the food orders. Meredith's like, place it online. I'm like, no, I'm going to call. I want to know like if they're actually going to make it.
Whereas I interestingly feel like the online system ensures that if it's chaotic there, they have like a more clear record to reference than a phone call to make and prepare the order. And I also know how crazy we get on the phone sometimes versus the online orders, which are easy to fulfill because you just fit it in when you can, versus phone call, which like you got to be there fully present for it. I like both, and I think people should keep doing the one they prefer. But that's why I choose the online style, because I feel like then I'm just saying to them, like, when it's convenient for you.
Sure. Well, with the restaurants, they've actually listed their whole everything they can make. They put it online.
Not like Wonder Fair.
Whereas Wonder Fair,
you gotta call us.
10% of what we have in the store is on the internet right now, probably.
What is time? Should we pause so that we could get back on track and stay there?
we have about 10 minutes or so
left. Kristen Moreland says we're the best, which is very kind. We don't need a definitive ranking to know that's probably not true, but that we really appreciate the sentiment. We're the best at just doing our best at being Wonder Fair. I think we're the best Wonder Fair.
Just doing the best Wonder Fair we can do right now.
Mm-hmm. We're the only Wonder Fair as well.
Yeah.
But are we the best Wonder Fair we could ever be? Absolutely not. We could all be better.
Just keep trying to do better.
Is being better right now our priority? I think we're just trying to be our best.
Try to be our best, not better.
Yeah. We're gonna get back to being better all the time in like 2 months.
Yeah.
So meanwhile, while we're just trying our best, back to the wine.
Back to the wine. We
didn't even drink the wine, and I feel like people will think
they might have. I mean, that could be true of any old episode.
I am almost at the end of the things I have, which are wine colored. Okay. So heads up, we do have a wine colored ink. Don't drink it.
Nope.
Don't drink it. It'll stain your whole mouth. I did once stain my whole mouth with fountain pen ink at a letter writing club meeting. It was very
We've all been there. You're like, hey, this pen's not writing.
Put it in your mouth, and your whole mouth is purple, and it's very awkward, and you look like Ozzy Osbourne.
But maybe your pen is writing again. Who knows?
But my pen was writing, so I got through a few letters before I noticed. Anyway, this is the Syrah color of Diamine ink. It's a very beautiful wine red. And if you're looking to give the gift of a fountain pen and an ink that matches and a bottle of wine and a beautiful Baron Fig notebook, you could do that whole thing downtown, including maybe even like a wine basket picnic from Weaver's. So if you want to get a little romantic and need more ideas about that with a fountain pen person, let me know. We can definitely hook you up with some romance clues. I love Jane Austen's Emma, and I'm here for some stationary matchmaking. That's just an aside. That's a separate service we offer.
I'm just realizing, do we have a Squire in wine?
We do.
The pen?
It might be sold out right now.
Okay, all right.
But they're
thinking of a pen that would match the wine theme.
We probably have a Squire in wine, and I didn't think
possibly.
We have plenty of art supplies that come in wine. I pulled to showcase the Zig Clean Color Real Brush Pen, which is it's a more paintbrush styled brush pen. So rather than one big chunky felt tip that's flexible, it's many small nylon fibers that come together to form a brush. So you can get a lot of unique stroke quality out of it. And it is a water soluble brush pen. So you can also use it in conjunction with watercolor brushes or a water brush pen to make kind of an ombre effect, or make it look like you spilled wine all over your bullet journal, which would be cute.
Yeah, that's good. You could
make it look like you set down your wine there without actually getting tannins all up on your bullet journal, which will be stinky and crinkly and not good.
Yeah, it's a great way to get the effect of a wine stain on your bullet journal without actually having to do it. Or
that's pretty cutesy suggestion, but I still like it.
I love it.
I feel like the move.
Do all the stains.
Why not let things be cutesy? That's probably like rooted in misogyny somewhere, or patriarchy, that we can't have cute things and consider them equally valid to like rugged things.
Instead of putting all of your drinks onto your notebook and staining them, instead you get the case for your notebook that doubles as a coaster. Ooh. Put your drink there, and then make your own fake drink ring using these great products from Wonderfair.
I mean, you're probably pretty bored at home. This seems like as good a suggestion as any.
Did I do that right?
Yeah.
Really connect all the dots?
Yeah, I think so. Or, maybe you're a child and you don't drink wine, in which case don't do any of that.
You can still make stains as a child.
You absolutely can make some stains.
You can do the adult thing and make some pretend wine stains on your notebook, just like the adults.
Grape juice.
There you go.
Super stainy.
You
know what I'm saying? And also, grape juice is delicious. I'm going to be honest for a minute. Better tasting than wine.
You can. We have dip pens and some other materials. I bet you could take one of those watercolor brushes, throw some grape juice in there, and see what happens. Am I right?
When you're right, Paul.
I don't know if I'm right.
Well, I can't believe it's true, but despite all of the side roads we took, we're at the end of our wine about it journey. There's more wine-colored things in the shop, but I didn't pull them.
Yeah, but we have them. So if you're like, hey, I didn't see the wine-colored thing I wanted, give us a call. There's the number. We'll see what we can do.
Yep. So while wine about it was kind of like a fun and casual time, I feel like, as we mentioned before, there's a lot of little frustrating things in life that we're going to want to whine about all the time. We're mildly inconvenienced constantly, especially right now, because the world's much different than the one we were set up for. So, of course, it's going to run less efficiently, and there's going to be lots of reasons to whine. But I feel like we'd be remiss if we didn't say something about the culture of the world right now and the sort of how the rage economy online is something we try to stay out of mostly at Wonderfair. It's not where we want to put our energy, particularly when it comes to fighting for things like dismantling white supremacy, which is something all white people should be doing. In fact, all people should be doing it, but white people, it's mostly
most important for us.
It's our thing. Yeah. So, I wish I had written this all down, so I made sure I got it all out correctly. So first up, I'm just like a middle-ish okay person, as I mentioned before. We're not like saints in the community or doing great at racial justice every day, but we try to do what we can locally. I think there's a lot of energy right now online to share petitions to particularly get people to pay attention to the fact that police violence and criminal justice system is not working for people of all races equally. And that is a problem that is very systemic and huge and hard to fix in a tweet. But we'd like to suggest some things that we've done locally that we found helpful, since we try to keep a local focus here at Wonderfair Home Shopping. Mm-hmm. So there's a few ways you can help in our community that have worked. We're not saying we got all the answers and what we're doing is better than what you're doing. I think everybody's going to have a thing they can do. Mm-hmm. I'm really stumbling around it because I don't want to make anybody feel defensive. I just want to make people feel like your offensive techniques could be these things.
Yeah.
So
more than a Twitter.
more than a Twitter.
What things you can do locally?
One thing you can do, like right in your home, is get some resources to help teach kids and adults in your life could learn at the same time if they overhear you reading this through your Zoom. There's lots of books right now. An interesting thing happened after 2016 where book publishers really gave a lot of support to writers who are specifically tackling things like racial injustice and religious intolerance, were books that came out all of a sudden. It was a very exciting time, honestly, of publishing like a year later.
Yeah.
In 2018, this wonderful book, Not My Idea, a book about whiteness, was published, and it's one of my favorite go-tos to just start that hard conversation at home with kids. It's the kind of book I think people overlook because we mostly sell illustrated books that are like very clean, very modern. Illustration's the number one feature we look for, but in this one, it's beautifully illustrated. They're interesting collages, but it maybe wouldn't normally be what we'd aesthetically go for, but that doesn't always matter the most. So the content in this book and the pictures are beautiful. Check it out. I actually put what we had left in the shop, which is 2 copies on our website.
2 whole copies of that.
That book rules. It's a good tool.
I think there's always a hesitance to start talking about these kinds of issues with young people. And that's why so many of these behaviors and, just like our own internalized white supremacy becomes that way, is because we haven't talked about them with younger people in particular. And so we internalize this white supremacist world we live in. So
and then
start them young.
And then it's hard to have the conversation when you're older, and the way our emotional response and defense mechanism kicks in as we get older because we feel very scared in a different way than kids, like that becomes even harder to work through because the baggage. So, this is a great book. There's more. I'm sure that the Lawrence Public Library has a ton of resources, and they're at lending again. I bet they have a list, and I know their librarians could help you with specific recs. I'm sure the Raven has recommendations.
Raven definitely has a list, particularly for more adult books. We've carried some of those books on the list in the past, but I don't think we have any of them in stock right now.
We sold a lot of those books actually early in quarantine and haven't done as much restocking while our finances have been a little weird and we're not sure. But those resources are in other stores and online and at the library, which is free to lend from and is now lending again. I probably am running out of time.
I want to do a quick time check.
So one other thing we want to suggest is here in our community, Wonderfair contributes monthly to a local organization called Justice Matters, who are very actively working. And I know that there are a lot of people who don't love everything they do, but bad news, no activist is perfect, no human is perfect, no activism is perfect, but they are really making major efforts to have the community look at the criminal justice system and look more toward restorative justice, and specifically to think about mass incarceration for people of color. Even in Lawrence, our numbers are not equitable. And so we really support them.
Yeah, one of the reasons we support them is they were started as a religious coalition. And we're not religious people, but you look at the numbers they're bringing, and it's just like this massive consolidation of support for these issues. And we think that's worth supporting. So Justice Matters, I think .org, but I don't remember for sure their website, but you can definitely check them out, working to address the systemic inequalities in our criminal justice system on the daily.
So you can show up and support them when they say things like, maybe we shouldn't expand the jail, but we should expand access to resources for people who end up in jail, et cetera. It's a complicated issue. We don't want to simplify it here. We don't have time, but we want to bring it up, because that is sort of our job. We barely do our job of selling stationery online. So why not have a separate job, which is our everyday job? But right now, saying nothing, we didn't want to jump on the rage economy bandwagon once again, but we did want to, you can't not do it. There's a lot of reasons to be outraged. Some of them are not real and are just internet delusions, but some of them are extremely real in the real world. So sorry to, I'm not sorry. I'm glad I told you all that.
That's what we're talking about.
Emphasis on the we're not perfect, and we apologize if people don't, nope, I don't apologize. Why do I keep doing that? I think Justice Matters is great. The work they do is exceptional.
And that's just one starting point. There's also local Black Lives Matter.
Great chapter.
But I know we're running out of time, so
we sell a sticker online, the proceeds of which I'll benefit our local chapter of Black Lives Matter. It was designed by Grace Chin. I don't think it's on our website. Call us if you want to check that out.
We have to sign off.
Do your best.
We literally have seconds left.
Okay,
so thanks for tuning in today.
Bye.
We'll see you later. We'll be back on Monday.
I'm really gonna open that wine bottle now with my teeth. I forgot the puffy tote. Speaking of baggage, here's a puffy wine-colored tote made by Baggu that is very soft, so that when the world tries to make you hard and brittle because it is so full of pain, maybe just go inside this puffy tote bag that would fit your laptop or your knitting needles. Not all your problems, because let's be realistic, but check this out. You know what I'm saying? Pretty good, right? So that's on our website now. We have 2 left, and it's a really nice big wine-colored puffy bag I forgot to tell you about earlier. Whew! I got through the whole list. Time for the weekend. Wait, am I done? He's signaling to me. I don't know what it means.
You can turn it off.
Oh, okay. Kate Perry says, I'm very interested in cat content, so YouTube, let's go on a journey to find Dave. Your bonus content's going to be next level today. I feel like we all need something nice to look at, because if you're on the internet, you're probably looking at a lot of things that aren't very nice. So a little trip through the store, you've maybe missed it. We're just going to walk through Stickerland, past that self-care mountain. There's our gift set wall. It's practically empty nowadays. That's our zine and sort of anarchist bookshelf. Now we're going to pass keychains and enamel pins. That's Flair with the moon and the tiger. That's a reminder not to steal. Didn't really work. But hi, Lexi. We're going to pass you. Is that okay? Yeah. I'm going to go around this way. Books. Quick preview. There's Lexi. Card wall. Okay. We're getting close to where Dave usually naps during the day. It's the gazebo. There's some more cards. Notebooks. Oh. How rewarding is this? We didn't put the Christmas trees away yet. Hey, buddy. Look at you. Do you have anything to say to your fans? Look at this. What an absolute unit. What a chunk. So good. We don't want to disturb you. We won't touch Dave because he's sleeping and we like to give him... He's kind of giving me a come hither, though, so he's nuts. Oh. So that's your bonus content for the day, YouTube. This is our orange boy. He's doing good, and his, if you've been following along at home, Dave had kitty laryngitis. Oh, gosh. Look at this. Oh, my God. And he's doing great. He's like 95% back. Still a little heavy breathing and snoring at night, though. So we're keeping a close eye on him. And that's his chicken leg right there. I assure you he has 2 legs. This one's even more special than that leg, but you can't see it right now. Oh, yep. All right, well, do like Dave, keep washing your hands a lot, and we'll see you next week as we depart for the weekend from Wonder Fair's home shopping network headquarters. We will be here both days this weekend to facilitate pickups. Deliveries will happen tonight and again on Monday, and you can, of course, swing by for that quick curbside pickup anytime, 10 to 4, tomorrow, the next day, today, and that's the end. Paul, any last commentary for our bonus?
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
Boop, 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 boop. It's really hard to hit this button one-handed, but I did it.